Well, Addie and I are on our way back from the Meadows back to actually Oliver's game. Oddly enough, when we first moved over here, Oliver played the first year in the team close to Macedonia called the Nordonia Knights. Now, I don't think there's any remnants of the Nordonia Knights from when he played to this year, but it's been a couple of years, but they're playing. His team that he plays on in Brecksville is playing the Nordonia Knights tonight, so it's going to be cool. I'm curious if there's any of the kids left. I don't think there is. I see some of the parents when I pick Oliver up and they ask if he's going to play on the team that they're on. I get the feeling that most of the, for lack of a better term, most of the better kids play on a travel team in the Macedonia area. I don't think it's the Macedonia, but that area. Anyway, his game's at 6 o'clock, so we'll get there just as it starts. We ran into a little bit of traffic coming out of the Meadows, but we ran into a little bit of traffic at the Meadows too. But we'll be there on time. So we're talking about the horses today. I told you guys I've been a little under the weather, to be honest, a little off. The last couple of days I just didn't feel good. A couple of times throughout the day I think I had a touch of vertigo a little bit, and I would suspect that was just drinking way too much caffeine and not nearly enough water. So much like Looks Like Money, I didn't get the thumps, but much like Looks Like Money, I had a heavy dose of electrolytes all week, and I'm starting to feel better now, starting to come out of it. Maybe I was just a little under the weather, I have no idea, but I feel fine now. I guess it might have been the way the horses raced. It might have been helpful also, but had a pretty good day today. You know, I was so looking back to getting back to the winner's circle with Looks Like Money and actually getting a feel for him. You saw him today, right? I don't think he was just short last week. I think it was a little bit of the thumps, because although he got a much cheaper half today, man, he sprinted hard through the wire today, and that was a good feeling. We did change his bridle a little bit, put him. Thanks, sweetheart. We did change his bridle a little bit and put him on his toes, but he was very, very good today. Really happy with the result from Looks Like Money's race. And although we were fourth, it falls under the same type of thing with Maury. You know, we have all these high expectations for these horses, and when they get beaten in an overnight event, it can be a little demoralizing. But you know, as I said to one of our clients yesterday, keep your eye on the long game here. They're not going to win everything all the time. And when you race against staged horses, now Captain didn't today, but when you race against staged horses like Maury did yesterday, that's going to happen. Now with Captain today, you could see I wanted to get him closer to the action. I didn't want to leave, but I wouldn't have mind getting away 5th or 6th. It just wasn't an option. And good for the colt too. For a colt that doesn't have a lot of experience, for me to let him pace out of there and then back him back to 8, something I would never do for the most part, but I just felt that it was the right move at the time. And, you know, kudos to him for letting me do it. Sometimes, you know, first start out of the box, colts are a little sharp, a little wound up, they want to get at it, and it's hard to get them backed up. Well, he was very smart about it today and allowed me to take him back to 8, and I was happy with the way he raced. Now, had to start him up 3 deep in the last turn, had to come a long, long way. Last half 55-4, last quarter 27-3, and he was absolutely flying at the wire. Now, not perfect, he was still scrubbing at his knees a little bit. When that track, and when it gets to be a nice day like that track, like today, and that track gets a little warm, it gets a little sandy, right? And he spins off it. He'll race good, although it might not be. If we could find a perfect happy medium where it was soft enough for his ankles, but firm enough for him to dig into with those corks on the outside of his shoes, that would probably keep him out of his knees a little bit more. You know, in a perfect world, it would be a little firmer than it was today. He was scrubbing at his knees a little bit, but not. If you watch now, if you guys watch, even a layman can watch this. Go back and watch his first race at Mohawk. Oh no, that was a qualifier, I think. Go back and watch his first race in Kentucky. You can see him come off his knee and bounce off his knee, and it really affect his gait. Well, that's what we were trying to minimize without putting go straights on him and doing everything, because he doesn't pound his knee, but he does kind of scrub those knee boots up a little bit. And although he was into his knees today, he was firmly pacing at the wire. So I believe it's enough that now he understands with those knee boots on. He's not really hitting them that hard. He's not doing any damage. He's not bruising them or cutting them. And I'd like to leave him as is. I think we've gone as far as we can as far as screwing around with the shoeing. I like what I see today. I like his attitude, his work ethic in the mile. I like the way he finished up his mile, but I loved how strong he was. And if you watch the run out after the race, paces past everybody and away from everybody going into the backstretch. That's what I want to see. So we get a better draw next week. Race him similarly. I had reached out to a couple of our clients earlier on. We were talking about a number of things. Captain Incredible come up and I said, listen, this is a colt that is scary fast. I mean scary, scary fast. But I believe we got to be careful how we manage him. I don't care about, and don't take this the wrong way, I don't care about the Pennsylvania sires as far as that is. Honestly, if you're going to ask me quietly, and I'll be fair with you, the Adios is something I want to focus on getting to or trying to get to with this colt, and Kentucky. And if we have a good summer and he expands, he gets to be a bigger, stronger colt, and you can extrapolate that speed forward, and he's fast enough to race against those types of horses, well, at the end of the year, then we have the Breeders' Crown, a couple other races for him, but we also have the horse. Remember what I told you, this is a freakishly fast animal, but we need to allow him to grow at his own rate. And that's not me saying, oh, he needs time, or we're just going to go easy. No, we're still going to race. But I think what we need to focus on is what he could be. Always keep an eye on what he could be and how we can get there. And as long as we can draw a straight line from where we are to there, we're on the right path. So Captain Incredible was good. Looks like Money was exceptionally good again today also. Happy with what I saw this morning. I had a brief conversation with all of our trainers and riders today. Every horse that they went with today was sound and feeling good. There was no little Peggy starting out or he's on a line a little bit or over on a shaft. I was happy with everything I heard and everything I saw today. I wanted to go see Isa 10. I walked down to the track as Amy jogged her, and she looked very, very good on the track also. Zena Kemp was good also. Very happy with what the reports I got back from all of our trainers about our horses. Now, a tiny hiccup is the track is closed on Saturday, I'm told. I want to verify that. If that's the case, well, some of the horses that went hard on Wednesday, I'm not going to be able to go hard with, but I'll be able to go with a little bit. The only one that I might go hard with because he made a break was in New York. Hold on, sweetheart. Was in New York. I don't have any problem doing that. But the other horses. 49. Okay, thank you, sweetie. But the other horses, I'm going to have to be careful. I can't just drill and drill and drill when they just went hard 2 days ago. But in New York, I suspect you're not going to see, but he's going to go 2 trips again tomorrow, and I'm going to put him in the race bike to try and go a mile in 2:10 or 2:15 with him, as he made a break the other day and didn't get much of a fast mile into him, so I don't mind doing that. But Emerald Tom, I can't drill on him as much because he did actually go an okay mile afterwards. He was just a little bumpy. I'll get these horses squared away. There's 6. Patty Bear. There's 6 horses on my list. That's it. 6. And none of those 6 are bad. One of them's Hanger 1, right? Don't have to do anything with Hanger 1. Just continue on. He's sound now, and as I said, Nick did a great job cleaning that foot up. We can put mushroom burrs on him for now. I have no problem doing that. We can train him for a little while like that. He has missed some time, but he'll catch up. That's one. The only 5 other horses that I had to work with. No lameness. We're getting a clear... We have a clear view now of the field of play, so to speak. Not externally, but internally. We're seeing all our horses and how they're starting to look. Summer's almost here, and it's a great feeling right now as I look up and down our shed rows. Adeline?
I need to go to the bathroom.
Well, what do you mean you need to go to the bathroom? You just left the racetrack. They had 5 bathrooms there. You need to go to the bathroom, Dad? Well, now you're going to force me to go to Starbucks.
No, I can hold it.
You can't hold it for an hour and a half, Turkey.
I can.
No, you can't.
I can.
No, you can't.
I can.
You pee in my truck.
No, I'm not.
Anyway, very happy with today. Very happy with the week overall. Still lots of racing coming up. Some of our big guns coming up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I'm really excited about the next 96 hours, but happy with what took place over the last few. Anyway, take care. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow, likely. Have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. Good luck to all my partners. Still got one more. Don't forget, Woodmere Betcha. Good luck to all my. Good luck to all my. Yeah, good luck to all my partners with Woodmere Betcha later on as well.